truly a myth is that black don't crack. But okay, so we're back. This is Untapped Potential of a Stay-at-Home Mom. I'm Sasha. Y'all already know me and my channel. Today I have Sajada from Cocolene skincare product line. And today we'll be debunking some of the most misunderstood aspects of hair care and skincare. So Sajada, I'll let you go ahead and talk about Cocolene for a minute before we get started.
Okay, so hi, I'm Sajada. I started a natural skincare and wellness product company because my daughter had baby eczema and Aveeno burnt her skin. Aveeno baby lotion burnt her skin. There were ingredients that were banned in Europe and banned in Asia in the packaging, and I just didn't understand why that was there, and that made me kind of furious, and that's when I started studying herbs and became an herbalist and started making products to heal her as well as to not kill us, basically, because
right.
That's what's happening every day,
pounding stuff on your skin.
It. You know, teenagers are putting 17 cosmetic products a day. Adults are doing 12.
Yeah.
It's too much.
So even though I use stuff like Bath and Body Works,
not anymore.
That's in
anymore.
I really am trying to like scale back and put more base and natural products in this household on my skin. And so I just really appreciate Sajada's friendship and her openness to come on this channel and talk more about what we should be doing, because this is what she does. This is what she studies. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Okay.
The first question or the first debunking thing that we'll be talking about today is that people assume that using alcohol will wipe their face of dirt and makeup. So what do you have to say about that?
About alcohol. Okay, so there are different types of alcohol. The basic alcohol is drying. So yes, it will take oils off your face if you're an oily skincare. Like dry people don't even think about putting alcohol in there. So we're not talking to them. Okay. We're talking to people that are oily. So if you want to take oil or alcohol and wipe your face, you will dry your skin out. So you might feel like, oh great, I'm drying my skin out. But then your sebaceous glands are going, oh my God, I'm so dry, I have to produce more oil. Mm-hmm. And then you become oilier, and acne may come with that for you. So using alcohol pads, or really any type of pads that are sitting in a preservative, because if something is wet in a wet pack, there has to be a preservative keeping it wet.
Okay.
So that it doesn't have bacteria all over it.
Okay.
And you want to stay away from them. So whether it's an alcohol pad or just a cleansing pad, we're tired and we just get home and don't do it. Just wash your face with some soap and water.
And call it a day.
And call it a day.
Okay, so don't put alcohol on a cotton pad and wipe your face.
No, it'll feel good for 1 second that your oil is gone, but then imagine this, a grape has moisture, so it's plump and nice. And then it gets dry and it gets wrinkly and it turns into a raisin. And this is what we're fighting off. We don't want to look like raisins. We're trying to hold back. Right. So if you have oily skin, actually enjoy it because it's going to keep you looking younger, and use products that are going to take away the dryness but not over dry your skin, because that's just damaging it and going to make you look older. Okay.
All right. Well, that's good.
So not a good idea.
Not a good idea. I don't use alcohol anymore, but we'll talk about what I do in a second and freak Sajada out a little bit. Okay, so now we're gonna get into debunking like some hair truths that people have a complete misconception about. And this really stemmed from me and Sajada were talking about like, does water hydrate the hair? And we were trying to tell a mutual friend, yes, put water in your hair. Hydrate your hair. That's what hydrates your hair. And people just really don't believe that. So I wanted to talk about 3 things that that people often get that people often get wrong. So.
Okay, so my question's for you, which you're gonna have to teach me about this because I love my black castor oil.
Yes.
And it is one of our, actually I have 2 different types of black castor oil in our hair elixir. It's not what I depend on, but I have a Haitian black castor oil, and if you see Haitian women, their hair is like, and so I thought it was from castor oil, but Sasha's gonna tell us different.
Yes, okay, so castor oil, it is a good oil. It's a hydrating oil, it's a humecting oil, which means that it keeps that hydration, it keeps that water in the hair.
Okay.
That's humectant. Humectant is keeping that water in that hair. That is what castor oil does. What castor oil does not do is grow the hair.
Okay.
It aids in growing the hair just like any other oil, like olive oil, grapeseed oil. It aids. But if you rub that joint on your scalp, all around your edges, because you think it'll bring your hair follicle back to life, that's a big no-no. What you're actually doing is blocking those hair follicles. So now, if it was a hair strand that was going to go through, it cannot go through.
Because it's a thick oil.
It's a thick oil. You're just pounding that down into your skin. So another question that somebody might be asking is, well, then what does grow the hair? Blood circulation grows the hair. Massaging and you have a hair massage
scalp stimulator.
Your scalp stimulator
to bring blood flow to the hair follicles.
Exactly. I know in some salons they offer scalp massages with their hair washes. That scalp massage is circulating the blood in your scalp, and that's what aids in growing hair. Your vitamins that you're putting inside what are you putting inside your body?
Your B vitamins.
Yes. Your hair is going from inside your scalp, underneath. So you have to think of what your body is producing on the inside to bring that hair out. So rubbing it on your scalp is not the thing that's causing hair growth. And when you don't use it correctly, you are harming your hair. And I'm seeing that a lot.
So then castor oil, you're saying, is good for actually the hair itself, since it's going to protect it and keep that moisture in that we're telling everybody to spray your hair. That is what hydration is.
That is what hydration is.
And then you want to lock that hydration in.
Then
so castor oil is a good oil to lock that
exactly. Just like the lock method itself. So if you're going to use castor oil, you can break it up with a lighter oil, which is
what we do.
Which is what you do.
Different oils.
Right.
And our hair elixir is about to be the bomb. That's another story. That's another story.
But yeah, you break down that castor oil with like an olive oil or a thinner oil. You want to thin that castor oil out. So definitely still use it. Stop sledging it all over. Stop waking up every day and putting it on your edges, please.
Okay. And you heard our Haitian girls' feelings, because you have a fever, let's put some castor oil on that. You broke your ankle, let me put some castor oil on that. And you'll be walking for the next 3 years and never break your ankle again. Okay?
My clients would bring in castor oil, Jamaican castor oil time after time, and I would just be like, yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not putting it on.
I'll introduce you to some Haitian castor oil. We'll figure that out for you. But thank you for letting me know that. That's good to know.
Yeah. Okay, so the second thing that people often think, or that is truly a myth, is that black don't crack. What I learned 2 weeks ago is that we stopped producing collagen between the ages of 25 and 30.
Yes.
And so I was like, that's the main thing that stops us from cracking. So what is this whole thing of black don't crack? And teach us more about that.
Okay, so I heard that forever. Because in my 20s, my girlfriends, they're 27, they start getting wrinkles around their eyes, and I didn't have any. And they'd be like, yeah, you're black, it doesn't crack, da da. Hence, I turned 37, and I wake up with a thumbprint in the middle of my forehead and lines straight across. And I'm like, what? I've had dry skin my whole life, so I've always been moisturizing. I never miss a day without moisture because it hurts. I'm tight, I'm dry, I can't smile. So I always moisturize. So black don't crack is false. It's the worst lie you can tell anybody. However, where it stemmed from is from those beautiful black women that actually have a red undertone and is very dark. I mean, there's no mixture. They are dark, and they will look the same until they're 95.
Right. Cicely Tyson.
Yes, their skin just does not crack.
Yeah.
But anybody with a little yellow undertone, don't think that's for you, because it's not. You better be anti-aging just like everybody else. Starting around 27, you should switch from your regular lotion or moisturizer to an anti-aging moisturizer.
So just because you don't see it at 27 does not mean that it'll turn around and...
Because it's not a nice thing. It's not like, oh, I'm starting to wrinkle. No, I woke up one day and there was a full-fledged of wrinkles on my face.
Right.
And I was like, what? Where did that come from? And that's when I had to create our anti-aging skincare line.
Okay, yes. Awesome. I don't have wrinkles yet, but I'm about to turn 31 next week. And so I'm just going to try to pack my face on with as much as I can. Healthy stuff.
Yes.
To give it those resources so I don't begin to crack. Because, that scared me. I was like, oh, my skin is all nice now.
Oh, yes, beautiful.
But I don't need to experience that in 5 years.
No, you don't. We're about prevention, not curing.
I like that. Prevention and not cure. My last debunking thing would be So many of us are looking to save a buck wherever we go, but that is at the expense of your skin, your hair, your health. So what would you say to the people that say, natural skin care, natural hair care is way too expensive for me. Walmart products, beauty supply products work just fine.
So I meet those people every day, and then I meet them in 10 years and they're sick. So the thing is that what our grandmas were using, they were natural, and then we moved into this period of pesticides and synthetics and fragrances. We didn't bring that up, but I'm gonna let you know. If your stuff has fragrance, throw it out. It will mess with your thyroid, which controls your hormones, and that just wreaks havoc in your system. So that's one thing. You say you can't afford natural anything, stay away from fragrance. And that doesn't mean that it says unscented, because then you have to start reading your ingredients. So just look for that word perfume and fragrance. If it says natural fragrance, okay. If it's just fragrance, don't use it. No. Okay. And so you might be saving $1, $2, $10 here, but then you're paying for it in the back end with your health.
Exactly.
So it's not worth it.
Yeah.
And then also when you're using natural skincare or hair care, usually using such a little bit, because most people that make it, if they're making it truly because they're usually it comes from a healing process. Most people that are making things is because they've experienced something and they needed to heal it. So we use like the best ingredients. Well, I can only speak for myself. I use the best ingredients, but also you need like 1 drop of my stuff. Yeah.
So it really does go a long way. It really, I'm not just like bringing her on just because she is Jada. I've used her stuff and it really does go a long way. So I can just say like going the natural way where it looks smaller than a jar out of Walmart, it really does go a long way.
Right. Yeah. And then you also have to think trick commercial. Like the packaging is really beautiful, but it's plastic. So that's also leaching into your products. I mean, you basically pay with your health.
Yeah.
Spend the extra $10. Spend it to put on your body, to put on your family, so you can have a long, healthy life.
And support small business. This is the end of our segment on debunking some of the most outrageous things that we've heard. I hope you got a lot of information, and stay tuned for another episode. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys have any more questions and want to learn more, I will definitely bring her back on. Just let me know and we'll be back again. Thanks for watching.
Bye.